Welcome to Easy Driver, the most reliable source of automotive information on YouTube. Please like, share, comment and subscribe. Emission standards in Flux. What's changing from 2024 to 2025 and why it matters? The automotive industry is gearing up for significant changes in emission standards, and manufacturers are scrambling to adapt. What's driving these changes, and how will they impact the cars we drive? Starting in 2024, new emission standards will kick in, with even stricter regulations set to take effect in 2025. But what's the difference between these two sets of standards, and how will they affect the environment, car manufacturers, and ultimately, consumers? In this video, we'll break down the key changes in emission standards between 2024 and 2025, exploring the implications for the automotive industry and the environment. We'll examine the new technologies and strategies being developed to meet these standards, and what they mean for the future of transportation. Whether you're a car enthusiast, an environmental advocate, or simply a concerned citizen, this video will give you a clear understanding of the changes ahead and what they mean for our planet. Emission standards. Understanding the basics. Emission standards are a crucial aspect of our efforts to reduce pollution and protect the environment. But what exactly are emission standards, and why are they so important? In this section, we'll take a closer look at the basics of emission standards and explore their significance in our daily lives. What are emission standards? Emission standards are regulations that set limits on the amount of pollutants that can be released into the air by vehicles, industries, and other sources. These standards are designed to reduce the negative impact of air pollution on human health and the environment. Emission standards can vary depending on the country, state, or region, but they all share the same goal: to minimize the harm caused by pollutants in the air. Think of emission standards like a speed limit on a highway. Just as speed limits help prevent accidents and ensure safe driving, emission standards help prevent pollution and ensure a healthy environment. By setting limits on emissions, we can reduce the amount of pollutants in the air and create a cleaner, healthier environment for everyone. Why are emission standards important? So, why are emission standards so important? Here are just a few reasons. Cleaner air. Emission standards help reduce the amount of pollutants in the air, which means cleaner air for us to breathe. This is especially important for people with respiratory problems, such as asthma. Healthier communities. By reducing air pollution, emission standards help create healthier communities. This is especially important for communities located near industrial areas or major highways. Environmental protection. Emission standards help protect the environment by reducing the amount of pollutants that can harm plants, animals, and ecosystems. Economic benefits. Emission standards can also have economic benefits. By reducing pollution, we can reduce the costs associated with healthcare and environmental cleanup. In short, emission standards are crucial for creating a healthier, more sustainable environment. By understanding what emission standards are and why they're important, we can work together to reduce pollution and protect our planet. 2024 Emission Standards, a review. As we approach the midpoint of the decade, it's essential to take stock of the current state of emission standards. The 2024 emission standards marked a significant milestone in the ongoing effort to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and mitigate the impact of climate change. In this section, we'll review the key features of the 2024 emission standards and examine their industry impact. Key features of 2024 emission standards. The 2024 emission standards introduced several key features aimed at reducing emissions from new vehicles. Some of the notable features include: stricter emission limits. The 2024 standards set more stringent emission limits for particulate matter, PM, nitrogen oxides, NOx, and greenhouse gases, GHGs. Increased fuel efficiency. The standards require vehicles to achieve better fuel economy, which in turn reduces emissions. Electrification incentives. The 2024 standards provide incentives for manufacturers to produce more electric and hybrid vehicles, which are expected to play a crucial role in reducing emissions in the coming years. Improved emission testing. The standards introduce more robust emission testing procedures to ensure that vehicles meet the required emission limits in real-world driving conditions. These features demonstrate a clear commitment to reducing emissions and promoting sustainable transportation. But what impact have they had on the industry? Industry impact of 2024 emission standards. The 2024 emission standards have had a significant impact on the automotive industry. Some of the key effects include increased costs. The stricter emission limits and fuel efficiency requirements have led to increased costs for manufacturers, which are being passed on to consumers in the form of higher vehicle prices. Technological innovation. The standards have driven innovation in the industry, with manufacturers investing heavily in research and development to improve fuel efficiency and reduce emissions. Shift to electrification. The incentives for electrification have led to a significant increase in the production of electric and hybrid vehicles, which is expected to continue in the coming years. Job creation. The growth of the electric vehicle sector has created new job opportunities in manufacturing, engineering, and other related fields. As we look ahead to the 2025 emission standards, it's essential to consider the lessons learned from the 2024 standards and build on the progress made so far. In the next section, we'll explore the changes and updates introduced in the 2025 emission standards. 2025 emission standards. What's new? As we move forward into the future, it's clear that the world is shifting towards a more sustainable and environmentally conscious mindset. One of the key areas where this is evident is in the realm of emission standards. The year 2025 marks a significant milestone in this journey, with new standards set to take effect that will have a major impact on the automotive industry and beyond. So, what can we expect from these new standards, and what benefits will they bring? Major changes in 2025 emission standards. The 2025 emission standards bring with them a host of significant changes, all aimed at reducing the environmental impact of vehicles on our roads. Some of the key changes include stricter emissions limits. The new standards will see a significant reduction in the allowed levels of pollutants such as nitrogen oxides, particulate matter, and carbon monoxide. Increased fuel efficiency. Vehicles will be required to achieve better fuel economy, which will not only reduce emissions but also save drivers money at the pump. That's it for Part 1 on emission standards in Flux. We've covered what's happening in 2024, but in Part 2, we'll dive into what's coming in 2025. Stay tuned. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe for more automotive information like this. Thank you for watching.